Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to today's messages of love from above. And forgot to close my door, so let me do that real quick. All right. Thank you. There's a fan running out there, and excuse me. So don't want them making noise the whole time here. So welcome, 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 everybody. Excited to see what messages Spirit brings through today. And we're going to start off before we get into the readings, just sending beautiful love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, I'm more than welcome it. I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Just allow that unconditional love from above flow down into our heart, fill us up and overflow out to the world, just surrounding the planet in a big bubble of unconditional love. Mother Earth and all our higher selves, however they want to use that love to spark a new change within the planet, we welcome it. And if you yourself are in need of love right now for your own heart, your mind, your body, for a loved one, for a situation, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much in joining me in doing that. And just for sharing your beautiful love energy as well. Before we get into the readings, I do want to make sure everyone knows there's 2 days left for the next weekly drawing. Here's the link to the video. Each Monday I have a drawing and I give away a personal recorded reading. And in celebration of reaching 1,500 subscribers on YouTube, I am giving away for the next 3 Mondays a 1-hour personal recorded reading and a total of 15-minute personal recorded readings. I'm going to do 5 for each of the following Mondays. So this is for the next Monday. I do post the video on Tuesday of each week for the following Monday's drawing. So if you haven't already gone into your settings, if you've subscribed to the channel and selected all, you can do that, and that'll make sure you get the announcements of when I'm going live and when I post new videos, especially the giveaways, like the winners and the contests or the drawings. So that is what we have there. We also had put out a pick a card this week, which was what belief is asking to be transformed in your life. There's the link for that. And then also, we're getting close to being halfway through March. Can you believe it already? Whoosh, just flies by. But here is the link to the playlist for monthly readings for March by each individual zodiac sign. So if you want to check those out, you can as well. So that is that. Let me get my desktop all set up here and we will get into the readings. I hope everyone is having an amazing Saturday, wherever you're at in the world. And let me just do this real quick here so I don't accidentally close out of everything. Gotta focus. Okay, so that's good there. All right. I think that will be good. Let me just shrink that a little more. There we go. And we are set there. So if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, how I handle the free readings is the chat is the list. There's no special list. I just go down in order, first come, first serve, starting at the top, working my way down. I usually pull just a couple cards to try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, and I step outside of the free readings, complete those, and I go a little deeper into those as well. Once I complete it, then I step back in line for the free readings and continue going down the list. If you want to know how you make a donation, you can use the super chat down below. YouTube does take about a third of that for administrative fees. So if you want to make a donation another way, I have Venmo, Cash App, Square, and PayPal. Those are all listed at the top in the pinned comment or in the description box of the video. Excuse me. So that's the skinny on how that all works. So let's see what Spirit has for us today. I do not have any donations yet, so we'll start at the very top and work our way down. And Christy, hello, hello. Many blessings to you. And you'd like a general reading for the month of March. Let's take a look here and see. All right, there we go. Let's see what else they have for you. All right. I am using the Good Tarot this weekend. All tarot is great. This one's just called Good. And we start off here. What a wonderful card to come up here. You have the Sun card, which is one of the most glorious, bright, sunshiny cards to come out here. So I love this for you. It's bringing light into every area of your life. It's victory, it's warmth, and I really like that. It can also spread, shine light on our cobwebs and things that we can look at to transform as well. But you also got the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Water, which is the King of Cups. So the Ace of Earth represents new opportunities opening up in the outside world. I mean, which very successful opportunities here. But it also allows you to see your worth in relationship to the outside world in greater ways. And the King of Water here is really what spawns a lot of these two cards coming in here. And we'll talk about this because the King of Water, he rules over water, of course, but all the kings are also given air, which air is of the mind and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So there's this beautiful balance between water and mind. The watery side of us, our emotional side, is being balanced in significant ways during this month for you. And I like that because I feel like you've been on a deep emotional journey. They're showing me like the olden days when they had the big, the big suits that they'd go down into the depths with the big, helmet on there and the little, it was a little piece of glass, but the big, and it's like you're doing this deep diving lately. And they're like, it's time to come up. And you've been going through the decompression chamber, opening back up. And so I feel like you've been doing some deep, deep heart work. But now you're coming out into the sun, coming to the surface, which is allowing new opportunities to come in because of some great discoveries you made 20,000 leagues under the sea. So I really like this for you. It's very positive, very balanced, very earthy, very grounded as well. So I feel like there is this freedom that's coming from here, especially I feel from people. It's like I feel like you went deep down into the sea by yourself because you're like, it's quiet down there. I need some time to myself. And I feel like you've done that, and now you're kind of making your way back out into the public, being able to see things differently with these individuals. So I like it, Christy. That's what they have for you for the remainder of this month. So many blessings to you. Okay, glad you like it. All right, Rishi, you are up next. So just popping in to say hello. Well, thumbs up and high five to you. Thank you so much for those kind words, Rishi. Many blessings to you. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. So living life, you'll be up next. And you would like a general reading as well. So let's take a look and see what do we have going on here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Well, you do have the Lovers card here, the Love card that pops up here. And let's see what else we have here. All right. You do have the Temptation card, which is the Shadow Devil card, and the Four of Water. So the combination of these, I like this for you because there really is this transformation that's happening for you. Um, the Four of Cups here really represents you're becoming aware more and more of this. It's like this emotional stability, this emotional transformation regarding love. And love can be romantic, but it can be friends and family and everything too. And I feel like this overflows into all areas of your life here because the Four of Cups that's coming through, we're going to call it the manipulation awareness card. And let me explain because the Four of Cups, it has the Ace of Cups in there, which is this connection to the higher love, this love that is unconditional. It's full of beautiful compassion and no conditions, right? It's the love that we're searching for. The other three cups represent the three stages of manipulation that's passed down from generation to generation. It's a wonderful human um, drama that unfolds, and it's what we're taught. You know, the basis of it is that we're taught that other people's emotions are our responsibility, but you can give someone the world and they can still choose to be unhappy, right? But what the three stages of manipulation are, the first one is the poor me, which is when you don't do what I want you to do, I have expression of sadness and somehow that I'm hurt and that I can't believe that you're not going to do what I need you to do. And it's to tug us, it's to make us go, oh, I don't want it to be the reason why you're sad. So let me make you happy and I'll do what you want me to do. That's the whole purpose of the poor me, right? Is to get attention, to get people to do what they want you to do. But this is what people are doing, right? And if that doesn't work, it goes to depth con 2, which is stage 2, which is uh, bullying. So if the sadness doesn't work, then maybe the anger, the loud voice, and the even to the point of physically hurting someone to make them do what I want them to do, and you will, by golly, do it. And if that doesn't work, then it goes to DEFCON 3, which stage 3 is what humans fear, which is rejection. It's the threat we always have of, I'm not good enough. And it's someone giving us the cold shoulder, hanging up on us, ghosting us, not answering our text, or if they're like in the physical, like you live with them, the silent treatment. And like I said, the cold shoulder, walking out of the room, walking out of the house. And so that's to try to get us to go, no, 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 wait, wait, wait. So each of these stages is to get us to do what someone feels that needs to be done, because they need to feel safe, they're feeling out of control, and you doing what they want you to do is important. Well, I feel this is what a big aha that's coming in, because you're realizing how you've been manipulated in the past around love, and how you've been taught to give in so much and feel so much responsibility around these individuals' love. And so you're having this aha, you're having this awareness that just changes your relationships with family, with friends, with romantic partners, that you're just like, I don't have to give into that. And a warning, or not really a warning, that's fear based, right? It's more of an awareness. If you don't respond to the third, they just kind of repeat. It's like washing your hair, right? Rinse, wash, repeat. Rinse, wash, repeat. They'll go back to the poor me. I can't believe when I hung up on you, you didn't try to get after me fast enough. Rah, rah, just they'll cycle it, and you'll be able to witness this as you experience it. And then a wonderful freedom that comes is when you realize, oops, how have I been doing that? Because I know I learned that. And it was beautiful. It's freeing because it frees you from manipulation and it frees us from being manipulative. So I like it. That's what they have for you living life. So many blessings to you. And I do have a donation coming through here. So let me just check a look here. Oh, thank you so much, Spring, for your donation. Many blessings to you. And let's see here. I don't think I see a message yet there. So were you looking for, there you go. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Advice from Spirit. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what advice they have for you. Those and what else? All right, so let's take a look. They also want an oracle of E. These are usually a little bit humorous, which we can always use a little bit of humor. And let's start with that here. So you've got head games here. Card number 36. Let's see what they say here. All about the thinking. So the trouble with smart people, and yes, that means you, is that they occasionally have a tad bit of difficulty surrendering to the big guy. They want to analyze everything, figure everything out, go from A to B to C to D ad nauseum. So here's all you need to know about this. Sometimes it's better to let go. I get it. I'm an air sign, so yeah, I know. It's like we try to fit everything into a box, and when I tried to fit the crater into a box, it crushed all my boxes because they're so big. So I like it. All right, let's see what else you have here. All right. So I like these to start off. You have Three of Earth, the Three of Pentacles. So this is about staying true to your authentic self. That try not to get drawn off into people's expectations of who you're supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, in order not to get someone angry with you, or that someone that will punish So all the praise and punishment kind of habit that we've gone in since we were young, right? We don't want to, anger people and disappoint them. We don't want to lose people's praise and support. But this is spirit going, stay true to the authentic you. Try not to be drawn off in a direction around, praise and punishment type of energy. Because you have the Seven of Water too, the Seven of Cups, which normally can be emotional confusion. But it's almost like what they're saying here is like, you're trying to be true to your authentic self, but you're not sure which self you want to be. Because I feel like you're at a point in your life, you have so much in your head about that you want to do, and it comes from a lot of opinions from the outside world. But it's almost like a shell game, but there's seven shells. And it's like, okay, which fish? I like this because they have all these seven different fish that are here. And it's like, which one do you want to be? Because you can be them all. And which one are you going to select? Excuse me. Let me take a quick sip here. Excuse me. My goodness. There was a frog. It didn't want to leap. All right. So there is this journey of authenticity of, okay, well, I can be so much. Who do I want to be? And to really dissect that, to know which is of the mind and others and which is of your heart, you of course connect higher to your higher self, the star card, the beautiful energy of Aquarius, of what is your own unique freaky way that you're going to express unconditional love to the world, your own unique way. Aquarius energy ruled by Uranus, very they like doing things differently. They like doing things against the grain. They like doing things unique because old ways don't work anymore before the new things. And so you're on this verge of creating something new. It's almost like they're saying, just wipe it clean and, you know, figure out what I want to be. I don't need to pick something off of the menu. I'm going to go to a buffet and I'm going to go pick what I want from things. I don't have to order something, on the big menu that can't be altered. No, no, sorry. You can't replace that side. You have to order it exactly as is. It's like, eh, never mind. I'm going to a buffet. So sorry. And you have the Hierophant coming in here too. So you got some powerful cards because the Hierophant is about a spiritual teacher, which of course is within your scope. And but it's also about diving deep and finding what your capital T truth is. Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to bring out into the world? How do you want to live? Not how do you want to exist, right? And so you're in this wonderful journey of discovering it. And that's an important piece of it. You know, sometimes we get very attached to the end result, and we have to get to this point. I have to discover who I want to be and what I want to do. But what's wonderful is that on the other side of where we come from, there is no journey, there is no getting to something. We just go, I wonder what that is. And when we know, because we connect to the omnipotence of the creative force of which we're made of, right? Or we want to like, I wonder what it's like over there. Psh, we're there. We don't get to step and journey and go on the scavenger hunt. And part of life is this journey of the Hierophant of exploring to find out what the truth is. It's the journey, it's the adventure, it's taking a step to get there. When I go out for walks, I'll feel spirit just wanting to be there, experiencing, stepping along, the way, and getting to this, location. So I really like that energy coming in here for you. And then you have the Six of Earth. So there is kind of dual meanings with the Six of Earth. One is that, you are going to have enough for yourself and you're going to have enough to give to others too. So success is guaranteed in your life. You're always going to have enough and you're going to be overflowing. This also is the awareness of overgiving and how our tendency, these beliefs that we have from earlier in our life, that are, embodied in there, come from we had to overdo things to please, people in authority of somehow, some way, in order to get a little bit back. And so we have this underlying belief of rate of exchange, right? I have to give 100 coins of love to get 1 coin of love back. So sorry. We have a front coming in. Evidently, my body's letting me know that the barometric pressure is changing, and it's beautiful. So I feel like there's this huge part of this journey and understanding what it is you want to do and where you want to go, who you want to be with, who do you want to be. All of that comes down to looking into that subconscious rate of love exchange, because it has to do with what you want to give to the world too, because when we're young, it's usually 7 years old and younger is when we get that out of balanced rate of love exchange, and it seeps down into our subconscious and it impacts us even if we don't realize it. We, even though we might be like, well, I want people to give to me, but our subconscious energy is going whop whop whop, it's force field keeping people away from being able to give to us. And then when we bring that up, we think about it and we're like, oh, let me just glance at it. Let me see, where was that when I was younger? How am I over giving? Because I know with me, I overgave in school and work and relationships and friendships and everything else, and didn't realize how it was impacting like every area. And then when you bring it up and you realize, oh, it was my parents that, they weren't around a lot. And so I had to do extreme things to get their attention when they were around. And then that just rolled over into everything. And then when I realized it, a little edit button appears and you can go in there and you erase those zeros. So it's not 1 to 100, it's 1 to 1. You save it and it goes down and it just changes your approach to where you feel that you can receive the energy underneath the subconscious changes in the outside world. And suddenly people are giving to you and you're allowing them to give to you. You're like, whoa, what's this? This is new. And it changes our relationships from feeling like you have to overgive and you have exhaustion and then resentment. And it allows people to give to you instead of us pushing them away to give to other people. So I like this for you because it's a big aha that's coming in for you around really every area of your life. But this is their guidance for you for today. That's all. Just a little thing, Spring. So hopefully that advice helps from Spirit for you for today. And again, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. And many blessings to you. All right, let me just take a look here. All right, and Namrata Kumari, I do see your question. So I know sometimes it doesn't show up on your end. So you might post it several times, but I see it now, so you don't have to repost it anymore. I will eventually get down to that there. And Helena, I don't see a donation coming through. Can you let me know which platform you did that on? Because sometimes I don't get the emails, and I will pull it up and we'll get you squared away there. PayPal? Okay. Yeah, PayPal's been kind of weird lately. It sometimes I'll get the emails and then sometimes I won't. And then suddenly I'll get them all at the same time. So thank you for your patience. Let me just pull that up real quick here. Just need to log into it and I'll keep it open for anyone else because evidently it's doing its little weird thing again. And I know some people will put their question in PayPal. That's why I want to bring it up so that you guys don't have to repeat it. And sometimes people ask me questions and don't want me to mention what it is in the main chat too. So for privacy's sake. All right. Thank you so much. Here it comes. All right. Thank you so much for your donation, Helena. All right. And so I do see your question here. So will that happen today? Let's take a look and see what Spirit has for you. All right. Doing those two. What else? Anything else? All right. All right. I don't see it happening today, but I do see here. Well, let me shrink this down so I can see my screen. There we go. Now I can see what I'm showing you. You do have the Ace of Earth as your final card, which I do want to, just start off with that because I would want to know new opportunity will happen. It feels like there's because you got the Nine of Earth and the Seven of Cups. There's just some emotional stuff that's happening today. It feels like there might be on their end just a whirlwind of stuff, unexpected things that happen, which leaves you with the Nine of Earth. The nine is the hermit's journey. It's you being, not being with them in the physical world, but spending some time with you. But again, there's this the Ace of Earth, which means there will be an opportunity that will happen. It's just there's some interference, I'll call it, some noise happening in their life that's demanding their attention. And during this quiet time that you have here with the Nine of Pentacles, you do have the Queen of Air, which is great. The Queen of Air rules over the sword suit, which is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and attitudes and expectations. And this experience, of course, whenever anything happens, it happens for us. And so it's an opportunity to look at, any of the small t truths, the fears that we have of losing conditional love. What does that mean about me? And all those lovely reflections we get to experience, right? But I love it too because the Queen of Air, all the queens get a dose of water, which allows them to connect to spirit, but also at the same time, they're able to, it balances out their mind and their heart. So all of this, kind of thoughts that are triggering up of like all the little whispers that our little shadow goes, well, what does that mean? Aren't you important? Blah blah blah. Why are they trying to fit you in between the important things? The whisper whisper whisper, right, that we all get to experience. And I like this because your heart comes up to defend and go, which is what you're connecting with spirit, and you're getting to hear these beautiful messages from spirit, and this beautiful um, other things get to be pulled into your life today that just really allow you to step into your own worth and see that it's not about you. This is about what's happening in their life, but whatever's coming up is for you to look at and you can release it. And there's a little bit more freedom that comes from it. So I do like this for you. I know that it's like, oh, I wish we could, but in the long run, they get to figure out whatever this little hurricane storm that just came into their life today, and you get to experience some beautiful transformation and freedom that just makes when you do get to have the Ace of Pentacles that comes up when they do have another opportunity to get together. It's going to be so different. Than it would have if you didn't get to experience this today. So I like it for you, Helena, and that is what they have for you right now. Again, thank you so much for your donation and thanks for your patience while I discovered PayPal's uh, their little challenge they're having today. Let me see here. This just came through. Yeah, the email just came through. So it is a little bit delayed today. They must be having a lot going on at PayPal. So again, thank you so much. Many blessings to you. Hang in there, and I'm excited for the new thing that's coming in the future. All right. So let me just make sure nothing else is here. All right. So we are good to go. I don't have any other donations right now. And so we'll jump it back into the free reading. So thank you guys so much again. All right. I'm just going to take another quick sip here. I apologize. You guys have to hear me hacking here. All right. It's the throat chakra opening up, right? All right. So LA, you're up next. Has Khalid talked about you to people and what was said? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. Is that it? That's it. I'm feeling here with the Four of Earth. This is a very balanced outside world, and I don't feel like they are saying anything out there because we've got the Six of Air, which would normally be communication, but it's moving from old ways to new ways of thinking, and they're very balanced. So I feel like it's an interesting energy for them. It's like they Spirit wants to say they're learning to shut up. They're learning to like watch what they say. And this is like a change for them, right? Like they're feeling more balanced and feeling more in tune with themselves. I feel like they've really turned inward lately, and they're just like realizing that all the drama that has happened by their actions, they really did some good reflection. and I feel like they're just keeping things on the down low, observing a lot, just realizing that, like, a lot of talk, it always just ends up coming back to bite them, and words are misconstrued, and people talk about behind everyone's back, and they're just like, I feel like they're going through this really stability and this change of how they communicate, and so they're um, it's a good balanced change because of the 4 and the 6 is a very balanced numbers. So I don't feel like that they're not talking about hardly anything to anyone. They're just kind of like listening, and people are, well, how are you? How's so and so? Well, good. I don't know. I haven't talked to them in a while, or things are going good. They're just keeping it very, and people are like, oh, okay. And then everyone ends up talking about themselves more to them, and then because that's what people do. Um, and so he's really realizing this. I like it, but that's what they have for you, LA. So interesting, right? You're like, it's so not like him. All right. So that is what they have. So many blessings for you. Oh, sorry. I didn't get that far there. You don't care about Khalid. All right. All right. Let me see here. So he asked about money, but then what's this question here? What's been said between Arish, and Hamid regarding your case? Does Arish want Hamid to settle soon? So that's the money question. Okay, let's take a look here. Wow. Well, you got the Sun card and the Wheel of Fortune. Uh, you know, two of the most successful cards regarding outcomes. The Sun is bright, shiny victory, and the Wheel of Fortune, pretty self explanatory, right? Things are about to switch and change, where even your human side feels hopeful and that it's fortunate for them. So, very quick and easy, you know, that things are unfolding, and it's going to shine light onto your life, and it is switching for you here. So maybe that's why they still wanted to do the other question, because they're like, oh, because this one's going to be so fast, and that's what they have. It's total victory. It's total, um, light being shown on things, victory coming through for it. So I like it. That's what they have for you, LA. Boom, right? Too funny. That's good, right? Lovey, lovey. I love laughter is the destroyer of fear and transforms so much. So I like it. I love everyone having a great sense of humor. All right. So up next we have Samya Rao. You'd like a general reading for the month? Let's take a look here. All right. So this is what they have. Wow. And I just put that card back in and it came flying back out. So it seems like a very good month here, as long as you stay true to the authentic you. Because the Three of Earth is all talking about not being pulled, you know, in two different directions, and probably more, because usually there's three people on the card, and there's people that will, you'll feel punished by, or that you feel will get upset with you if you don't do and be and blah 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 who they think you should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be, must be. And then the other is the people who usually support you and praise you, and you're afraid to lose that, and they'll go to the other side, to the dark side of, and join those people that are uh, uh, disappointed in you. And so we tend to go off in these directions and get pulled in all these different directions because everyone wants something different from us. brings a lot of confusion, a lot of stress, a lot of fear in our life of being rejected. But the Spirit is saying it's time for you to be true to your authentic you. And if you don't know what that is yet, taking some time to dive in to find out what it is. You have the Sun card here, which is also Leo energy, diving into your subconscious and really communicating with your inner child to find out what is your dream? What is it that we want to do? How do we uniquely want to express our unconditional love with the world? And it ends up being beautiful. It ends up being overflowing and a really beautiful, you know, change in your life, abundance, this brilliance. It's like the night after, if you ever watched the old vampire movies where they have to survive until dawn because that they can't be out in the sun, and we made it. The sun rised and it was a rose and it was like, oh my gosh, yay, we made it. That's what I feel like this energy is, that you're really finding that out, that the light at the end of the tunnel is you, your true you. And there's this change of what you're doing and where you're wanting to invest your energy in your life. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Samia. A beautiful month of stepping into your path, stepping up and being true to you. So I like that. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings for you. And next up, we have Lovely Lovey. Hello, hello. So how can you be a better parent to your younger daughter? All right, let's take a look here. How can you support your daughter more in her journey, right? Let's take a look here. Well, all right. So I like this because we've got the King of Earth, and I like this, that you can be a source of um, support, of a source of grounding, a safe place, a stable place for them that they can always go to. Because one of the big things the King of Earth realizes is that the outside world is unstable, and when we're looking for our wholeness in the outside world, we feel unstable, and we all go on that journey. Your daughter and everyone is going to go through it. You can't save them from it, but you can be a wonderful source of wisdom for them at some point, depending on their age. Usually, when we humans get around age 13, even earlier, well, usually it's 13, 14, we're done listening, you know, like in the womb up to 7 years old is our emotional bodies being created, and then we stuff it down as our mental body is being created around all our rules and everything. Then once we hit around 13 or 14, we are now watching you. You can say and do whatever you want, and we're going to be like, it's like from the Peanuts teacher in the comic, right? When womp, 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 you can say all you want, and they're just going to watch and see what you're doing. How are you living? You can say all you want, but how you live is what's going to be the biggest thing that you can do for them, is to allow them to be little young adults, and allow them to make decisions and bring them into making the decisions. So you're training them while you still have the ability to give them a lot of wisdom, and you're in their presence all the time, right? To uh, give them advice if they want it, and let them make mistakes, let them, go forward. Because I feel like with these other three cards are things that you can teach them. You have the Eight of Cups, which is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you, knowing that all emotion serves us in one way or another. And that we have the Page of Earth and the Page of Air, that things are always changing, allowing them to know that things are temporary, nothing is ever permanent, and that they get to decide, even though there's a lot of opinion and you have a lot of opinion about what they should be and do, and etc., that you can honor their choice of what uh, decisions they want to be, what how they want to look at things. Allow them to experiment and have some freedom in that, because you can't save them, right? I mean, they're going to go through all their journeys. They're powerful beings in this little body, like we were, but there's this allowing them space to make mistakes is a big thing. Allow them to feel, allow them to, again, that comes back to allow them to make choices, and not punish them for it, right? It's like, it's hard, I know, right? But it's opening up and just allowing, again, this King of Earth to be a stable place that they can always come to. But the biggest thing is live your life. Um, the don't do as I do, do as I say, gone. It's you're going to show them so many powerful things about how you live and how you approach life. So I like that. So that is what they have for you, lovely lovey. Many blessings for you. All right, so we'll continue moving down the list here. And Vrinda, hello, hello. So you want to know, will your in-laws settle down for the amount that you asked for? Let's take a look here. So we've got the love card coming in here, which is the power of emotional choice, and the page of air, which is about, new thoughts, new beliefs, new mindsets, new expectations. And I feel like that this is a no, and not in a bad way. I just feel like you are being prompted to try to look at it from a different place, because you get to choose what emotion you choose, regardless of whatever outcome unfolds. And I feel like they're nudging you to try to look at it from a place of love and change the way you're looking at it. Because the page of air, they usually have like the Ace of Swords, which is about connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm and seeing things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love, which allows you to cut away the fears of losing conditional love. Like the fear of, what does it mean if they don't settle for the amount I asked for? What if it doesn't turn out a certain way? What if this happens? What if that happens? It's this freedom that comes in this process and this journey, and that's why it's been drawn out for so long, is because it's part of understanding the power that you hold in any situation, and that you every moment is like a choice between unconditional love or the fears of losing conditional love. And what a great opportunity to put it into practice when you don't get what you asked for. And instead of reacting in fear like a hissing cat, right? And or hissing and running, right? That's what happens when we go into fear. It's approaching it as much as you can beforehand with meditations and prayers and whatever, like whatever result comes today, I'm going to choose ahead of time to respond in an unconditionally loving way. I'm going to choose unconditional love, because in the end, what does it matter? When it comes to the end of life, when we're on the other side, are we going to look back going, I wish I had more money there on earth when I was that, or what I wanted to have expressed the unconditional love of who I am? And that's what I feel Spirit has for you right now, Brenda. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. I know it's one of the fun, rides that we have, right? All right. So we'll continue moving down the free list here, and we have Dijona Sturgis. Hello, hello, and you want to know whatever comes out. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So you do have this wonderful transformation that's happening here. You have the Six of Earth, which represents one side of it is that you have this abundant energy that's coming into your life where you're going to feel so abundant that you're just going to feel like you're overflowing and things, flowing out into the outside world. There's also this awareness of, I might be an overgiver. I might in the past feel like I have to give so much to receive so little. And I feel like you've been working on that. You've been really diving into your subconscious to feel like, where does this come from? It comes from something when you were younger, usually 7 years old and younger, which is, people that you had to over please to get a little bit of attention, right? And so you're realizing, okay, who was that? And okay, now I understand where this is coming from. And you're bringing it from the subconscious to your consciousness, which starts to change the way you interact with others, how you allow people to give to you, because that subconscious energy has been impacting your world, whether you've realized it or not. You might even in your own mind, um, be like, no, I want people to give to me all the time. But the subconscious energy is saying, no, 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 I can't receive from you. And I feel like there's this transformation that's happening, really stepping into your power, because you have the Chariot card coming in here, which is your power of choice card. Every moment is a choice between unconditional love and the fears of losing conditional love. And the Chariot card comes in to tell us we're making choices every single moment around that. And we're a mental choice of the story we're applying to a situation, an emotional choice of what we want to feel as we go through it, and what energy we're focusing on. When we focus on what we're grateful for and what we do want, and all that unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter from up above, that grows and that expands for us in our lives. And we realize, oh, but if I'm focusing on what I'm fearing will leave my life, I'm repelling it out of my life with my power. Or if I fear something will come into my life, I'm fishing for it and drawing it in with my power. If I'm focusing on what's in my life that I don't want, I'm making it grow bigger. Or if I'm focusing on what I'm missing in my life, I'm bringing in more missingness and I'm pushing it further away. So there's this empowerment that's coming in for you right now around that, the giving and the over givingness, and this beautiful switching of that energy, and then all this energy that you are focusing on in your life. You're changing your thoughts, your thought habits, your emotional habits, your power habits too, and it's all coming to fruition. It's really going to take you places. So there is this movement that's happening because of this energy shift. And the more you make that your new habit, the more you're going to see things just change in your outside world. So I like that for you, Dijona. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you. And Daisy, you'll be the next free reading up, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Alex. And you want to know, will you reconcile with R? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you here. All right. Let's take a look here. 2 by 2, 2 by 2. Let's see what we have here. All right. So your first card that came out, Hierophant, a major arcana, this is a huge piece. It's, when I'm looking at all these cards here, I don't show a reconciliation with R, but it's good for you, because what I'm seeing here is definitely a change of your wish fulfillment, a change of what your dream is, this clarity that comes in, and what comes in is so much more in alignment with what your true wish is, not the one that you think it is right now or in the past. Because the Hierophant tells you you're on this journey of going inward to discover what your real truth is. Who do you really want to be? What do you really want in your life? Not from all the blah, blah, blah opinions of the outside world that you've heard all your life, like all of us. But there's this going inward, this finding of what you are really, really wanting in your life, seeing things from a higher perspective, because you have the Hanged Man, which is a patience card. It's, oh, things are going to take time, but it also is about you see things differently. You see things from up above, the capital T truths of who you want to be and what you really want. The King of Cups here, the King of Water, is you balancing your heart and mind while you're going through this. This is like going through a cocoon where you are, a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. Because what's happening in there too here is one of the wish fulfillment cards in the deck, the Nine of Water, which is, what is it truly you want from your emotional fulfillment? The Two of Fire is the Two of Wands, which is telling you that you are seeing two different ways that are unfolding. The old ways of thinking about what your wish fulfillment is, and new ways. And the energy is changing around it with this that's coming in, because you're seeing it differently from a totally different perspective in your life. And I say all that too because you get the second wish fulfillment card, which is discovering, and the star card is also about you connecting to your higher self, but you're really discovering what is your true, your higher heart's desire. And you have the Four of Fire here, which is marriage. What is your true desire around marriage? What do you feel it will really bring for you? Because there has been this Nine of Fire, which represents kind of like an energetic block that's been keeping you back from going in a direction and having things unfold in a way that's not in alignment with the true you, and that you're stepping into your power in this will. The Nine is the Hermit's journey, and that's what you're on right now, with that Hierophant and the Hanged Man. All three of these together are you diving deep into who you are and what you truly want, that will eventually allow you to move past an energetic block and move into, like we're talking about, something that's so much more in alignment with who you want to be, what your high heart wants for your life. And R was part of your journey, but they're not part of your future. They're part of the past. They're part of a stepping stone, a mirror showing you what you want to see about yourself, to release you and allow you to move forward into something more in alignment with who you're destined to be. So that's what they have for you, Alex. And I know, our heart gets attached to the devil we knew in a way, but there's such a beautiful angel waiting for you, in your future. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings for you, Alex. Hang in there. And again, thank you for your donation. Greatly appreciate it. You're very welcome, lovely lovey. Hi, Maying. You are back. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm so happy for all of you being here, sharing your beautiful love with us all. And thank you as well, everyone, all of you that have given the video a thumbs up already. It does help spread the Zen love. And so thank you for being part of the love tsunami. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, we are up to a good point to just share with everyone too. I'm at the top of the first hour. I'm usually on for 2 hours for each session, so I'll be on for probably about another hour, unless I finish early, which usually doesn't happen. But I do go down in order, first come, first serve. And so you just put your question out in the chat. And once I get down to it, we pull cards for it. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading. Or if you want your reading prioritized and done next, I do honor donations with that energy exchange. And I do dive deeper into those as well. Free readings, usually 1 or 2 cards, sometimes 3, just to try to get through as many free readings as I can to share messages. So I'll talk more about other options as we get toward the end of this video. I am on my busy weekend. I'm here twice a day on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I will be here quite a bit as well. All right. So that is the public service announcement. So we'll be back to the regular scheduled program. And Daisy, we left off with you for the free readings. And, will you ever get the chance to talk to your past friend Aditya again? If so, when? Just a random question. I'm so glad you're taking a nice college spring break. Get to rest your mind, recharge your beautiful brain. I like it. Let's take a look here. What about your friend Aditya? So you do have the Two of Air and the Queen of Fire. So I feel like with the Two of Air coming in here, that you will. It's like a fork in the road. It's like a possibility that is out there. There's like this uh, they're just telling me a whole bunch of stuff all at once. I'm trying to get it all into my head, out of my mouth. So we have fated events in our life, so many that we want to experience before we come down here, and we have non-fated events that don't really impact our overall experience in huge ways. And those are little choice things that happen in our life where we can choose to, like in this case, you can choose to bump into them and interact with them again or not. And that's where there's this possibility that's coming in. With the Queen of Fire, it's again the energy of wherever you focus your energy is what will draw them in. So if you want to bump into them again, you start thanking the universe, you start putting out your energy. And if we're like, oh, I miss them, we're going to miss them more and we're not going to draw them to us. But if we're like, you know what, I do want to, just catch up with them. So I'm going to put it out there to the universe and go, can you draw us together so that I can talk with them and chat with them and thank you and put out gratitude and focus your energy on drawing them to you, and then they will. So I like this empowerment that's coming in here. And we're so powerful. We don't realize how much of a co-creator we are in our lives. So I really like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Daisy. I like it. So while you're resting and relaxing, you can put out your little vibe, put up the little sonar and draw them to you. So that is what they have, and many, many blessings to you. Up next, we have VD Jalan. Hello, hello. And you like a love reading for March? Excuse me. And let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. And love for March. So we do have this kind of abundant feeling that's coming in here. The 10 of Cups, the 10 of Water is like you filling up and you just feel like your emotional cup is overflowing here for March. And it has to do here with the Five of Earth. The Five of Earth, the Five of Pentacles, is this energy that we start off of lack, of feeling abandoned, being left out in the cold, being left behind. But there's this great transformation that happens with it when we realize that it's not humans on the outside that bring us our fulfillment, our wholeness, our completeness. That when humans are involved, there's bound to be abandonment and being left behind, and feelings of lack. Because when a human goes into fear, they go into self-survival mode and they will rip back any support to themselves because they feel unsafe and out of control, and I need all this for me, and so we have that when we're looking to humans. We're going to experience it, and that's usually why we have these emotions that pop in. So there is this transformation during March around you realizing that it's not humans that bring you your fullness and your wholeness, but that it's the Creator, it's Spirit. They have endless resources, and they do bring us everything we need in each moment, but they always want to bring us a little more too. So there's this transformation on what we're looking at it and how we're looking at it. And so you start looking at people as more of a delivery company that's going to bring stuff to you that source wants to bring to you. You start to fill up and you have this trust with the Creator, with Spirit, that there's not this feeling of lack, this feeling of abundance. And then that just flows out and it changes your viewpoint of the outside world to where love that's been offered to you and is being offered to you in March, instead of it falling short and feeling like, ugh, it's not bringing me what I need, you're getting what you need from this trusting relationship with spirit, and everything else looks abundant and overflowing in the outside world. So I like this for you. It's and you might not and what's amazing is like your outside world may not even change at all. It may be the same exact thing on the 30th as it was on the 1st, but it's going to look completely different to you because you've changed and you don't see the world as it is, you see the world as you are, and so you're seeing things differently, and the world just transforms for you during this month. So that is what they have for you, VD. I like it for you. You know, is it a specific person? Could be. I really feel like they're focusing on, you know, look at this exchange and this trusting relationship here. Then you fill up and overflow, and you're like, wow. Suddenly it feels like things change so much in your outside world because of it. So that is what they have. Many, many blessings to you, VD. And Kavita, you are up next. And see, like a general reading. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. So for Kaviti Soroha, if that is you, this is for you. We have two major arcana coming out here. And these are powerful for you for right now. The High Priestess card is all inviting you to step back into your High Priestess temple to really look and reflect on yourself. Go behind the veil, connect to the higher realms, dive deep into the subconscious, the unconscious, deep into your emotions, and really get to know yourself. The star card also represents here the star is your higher self. It's also a card of hope. It's a card of discovering what your true wish fulfillment for your life is. So I feel like this is a very, very reflective time for you. It is like this energy of the stars, Aquarian energy too, and it's like the way that my life is unfolding just isn't fulfilling. It's like the old ways of thinking and doing and being just aren't fitting anymore for your life, and so you're being invited to really dive deep into um, release things that no longer serve you, release emotions, relationships, all this stuff, because you're ready for this new way of looking at things, this new life. And the star card with Aquarius energy, they're ruled by Uranus, which is a very surprising energy. It doesn't like to do things normal. It's boring. It likes to do things shocking and switching and sudden. And I feel like this is the energy that's coming into your life right now, is that you're ready to make a big sudden change that just totally blows everyone's mind. Like they're like, I don't know why they're doing that. And you're like, I'm loving life and I'm choosing to do this, something that's more true to this, side of you. The high priestess does represent also enhancing your gifts, enhancing and upgrading your connection to the spirit world and your gifts too. So I like that. And that's what they have for you, Kavita. So many blessings to you. And then next up, we have Elisa Manzini. Hello, hello. So you'd like messages about your mother and you. You had a big fallout and you don't know if it makes sense to cut cords or have hope. All right. Well, let's take a look here. See what Spirit has. My mama's birthday is tomorrow. She's still with us in the spirit realm. And tomorrow has a pick a card that is all about our future self, because we have daylight savings time tomorrow. So it's all leaping forward. It's what is our future self, our future higher self? What messages do they have for us? And what messages does your mama have for you? Your mother's higher spirit have for you? Not the character they're playing with, their higher self. So I feel like checking that out tomorrow might be a good idea as well. It'll be at midnight tonight, which is about 12 hours from now. Um, this is talking about the king of water is the master over emotions. They're also given air, which is balancing heart and mind. The two of fire is balance your energy. So I feel like things will balance out because you have two kind of balancing cards that are coming in here, and that things will calm down, things will balance out, and balance out your energy. Allow your heart to be balanced out by your mind, and your mind by your heart, and allow your energy, the fire that was um, ignited within you. That's all you can be responsible for. You can't be responsible for what your mom chose, how she chose to act. But whenever there's a fallout, it means there was fear on both sides, right? Because if one side is loving, then when this person's in fear, it comforts them and takes them out of fear, or vice versa. But if both people are in fear, boom, this explosion happens. And so, what you can do to change the energy, because this happened on purpose for you to understand what this fear is that you have inside of you, right? So your side of the big fallout was your fears being ignited and being expressed. Again, you can't control your mom's choices. You can only control your own. What story did you apply to the situation? What emotion did you choose in the situation? What energy are you investing in the situation? And what fear is at the root of it? Because if there wasn't a fear, you wouldn't have not been bothered by it. You'd have been like, "Oh, come here, mom," you know. But because there was a blow up and a fallout, that means there's some fear that wanted to be recognized and be brought up for you to see. And so that's what you can focus on there. And the more that you do that, cutting cords, it's it's not a beneficial for you, because if you cut cords and you don't deal with it and you just push it all down, you'll get mom appearing in someone else, and then someone else, and then someone else, and then someone else, because we are all mirrors for one another, and we will have people continually show us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. So mom was number one. If we ignore that message and we go, no, 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 all right, here comes the second one and a third one. It's happening for us, not to us. And your higher self ordered this up, right? So this is what they have for you right now, Elisa. I know, but it's for you. So when you're able to just take a deep breath and step back and go, what was I fearing in this situation? That'll start this transformation of your own heart. And then eventually that changes the energy. And if you guys are meant to draw together, you will, but you don't have to cut it. You don't have to take steps towards her right now. It's all about you right now. So I like that for you. All right. So many, many blessings to you and much love. And great courts, you are up next. Hello, hello. So general reading. Let's see what a spirit wants you to know right now. Oh, okay. All right. Well, it seems here you've been in this kind of slow moving, slow mo kind of energy with the messenger of earth, which would be like the Knight of Pentacles. Slowest moving knight. There's some movement, but there's been this. Um, it just feels like it's like they, as they say here in the northern hemisphere, like molasses in the winter. It's like really been slow moving, but you're about to make some changes here with the Three of Wands, a change of direction. It comes about here because what you've been looking at here in this slow time is you've been doing a lot of reflection around your worth in relationship to the outside world. These feelings of abandonment, these feelings of lack that you felt you had in your life, and like being left behind, being left out in the cold type of energies. And so you've been doing this reflection, and you're realizing that there were some mental blocks, some emotional blocks, some energetic blocks that you had in your life because of some old things that happened when you were younger, where you did feel abandoned, you did feel left behind or out in the cold, or feel like you didn't have enough. And so there was these beliefs around you deserve lack, which you've been really looking at and focusing on. And because of that, this release is happening. Your stories are changing, your emotions are changing, and the energy, especially the subconscious energy that rules so much that we don't see it, rules the forest fields. Forest field? Oh, I don't know what that's about, but a forest field that changes things in the outside world. You know, it is this change is happening. Things are starting to flow, and this Three of Wands is you realizing, oh, these things that were holding me back before, now I feel like I can make different choices because I feel like I'm worthy. I feel like I can. And I like that for you. So, some significant changes coming for you. And I like that. So, many, many blessings for you, great quartz. Here we go. As they say, buckle up, buttercup. Uh, but it's you making the changes. They're not being changed for you. Um, so you're making these choices, which is good, right? You're not being just drug along. You are the one initiating it with your energy, and I like it. So that's what they have for you, great courts. Many, many blessings to you. And Cynthia Brito, you are up. You couldn't find it. How hard did you look, Cynthia? I know I answered this question. Uh, the answer was move on. I remember it specifically because my big brother Zen energy pops in when you ask questions about the men in your life. But it was about moving forward. Yeah, yeah. So if you yeah, just go, you know, like while you're making dinner, just go put on the other video because I feel like it's important for you to hear that message too. But it was similar to this: Three of Fire, Three of Wands, you choosing to go in a different direction. Seven of Air, Seven of Swords, you're realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have blinded you, um, and or cheated you out of experiences, have stolen opportunities for you around things. And so there is this realization of what are my expectations? What am I looking for in a relationship? Why am I looking for it there? Because it's like when until we look at these things, we keep on drawing in the same old, right? We, when we do the same thing and we get the same result. And so when we do what we've always did, we get what we always got, but you're ready to change and you're wanting something different, which you will. So it's a time for you to really look into your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around what does being in a relationship mean, really? What do you feel you really get out of a relationship? What are you searching for? Because that allows you to change and make these adjustments and changes in your life. But definitely, like I said, you know, as you start to put on dinner, just put on the video and just listen. Because I feel like that you'll hear some things from other people's readings throughout that. It's 2 hours, I know, but you'll be able to hear things from other people's readings, and then you'll get yours, and you'll be like, da-da. So they're really encouraging you to go back and listen to that to that video. Um, I know if I because I well, I'll try to I normally will try to go back and try to find it because I kind of know ish based on the chat when things were a little bit. But they were like, nope. I went to go look at it, and I couldn't find it really fast, which I normally do. And they were just like, no, it's important for you to watch the video. So I normally don't ask people to do that. So it's important. But that's what they have for you, Cynthia. So hang in there. Much love to you. All right. Abhishek, you are up next. So you are in a third party situation, but you are not her boyfriend. You just confess your feelings to her with, will they choose her ex back? All right, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know here. Well, you've got the Lover's card and the Sun card, which is all about brilliance and brightness, and it'll shine light on important areas. I feel like they're saying that, yeah, confess how you feel, because it's important for it to be confessed and to be voiced. And whatever the outcome is, it is for your highest experience, always, of course. But there's this brightness that shines light on things that need to be seen and known for you. And it ends up being victorious for you in the long run. So, of course, that could mean either way, which I know that's the scary thing, right? Is I want to confess my feelings, but I don't want to push them away. But if confessing your feelings pushes them away, then don't you want to know that? So you stop investing energy and aren't being kept from something that really brings brightness into your life. Like, what if they're keeping you from meeting this beautiful soul partner that you're going to have the rest of your life that's so much more than you could ever imagine? Wouldn't you want to share and have that end to open up the path to what's truly in store for you? And it could be that you share it and they're like, I feel the same way. And the sun shines and that's what it is. But in either case, they're saying the important piece is for you to face the fear and really question, do you feel that what is meant for you will ever truly pass you by? And if you trust the universe and the timing and that, okay, I'm going to share this. And if it blows up, it blows up. And I know it's for my highest experience and whatever. I know you're going to take me in the place that's for my highest experience. So I feel like that's what they're wanting to bring in there. So that's what they have, Abhishek. I know. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And we're to Sloka Saint-Cher. I probably murdered that. My apologies. Hello. Anyone to know their current feelings? They've been sending you messages through songs. Oh, beautiful. All right. So let's take a look here and see what their current feelings are for you. All right. I like it. So you have the Page of Water, which is about new love, higher love, and movement of love in a way. And the Six of Air, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset and communication too. So I feel like they have this, emotion for you, definitely with this card. And I feel like their way of communicating is going to change. So sending messages through songs is beautiful, and I feel like there's going to be another stage, a new way of communicating that gets added onto that as well. So definitely there's this feeling of, the Ace of Cups that the Page of Cups offers is new love. It's also higher love. And part of our experience of relationship with another individual is discovering that people on the outside won't always be able to give us, well, not always, they can't give us what we're looking for. Because what we're looking for is the unconditional love we find within our own heart. And then it transforms how we see love on the outside world. Because until we find the love on the inside, the outside world love tends to feel like it's always falling short in some way, somehow. But once we find the love on the inside, then it looks like it's all above and beyond extra. so it doesn't fall short, because we're not looking for it to be something that it cannot be. We're finding this love, uh, deep within, and we allow it to be what it is, and we celebrate everything it is instead of what it's not, if that makes sense. So that's what they have for you, sans share. Many blessings to you. Hey, J Star. Right, very good. Let me just make sure here I'm not missing anyone here. All right. And I believe I'm to Namrata Kumari. When will you have a baby? In which year? All right. Let's take a look here. So what I'll do is full energy. Is it going to be this year that you have a baby? Okay, what about next year? 2024, right? We're in 2023. Almost forgot what year it is. Okay. What about 2025? So let's take a look here. All right. So I kind of feel like maybe that you, with the moon card, is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, it's Mother Luna. So I feel like you, with the moon, this is very emotional. I feel like you will like be the baby will start to be formed within your womb. I was trying to find a way to say that. Impregnated. That seems so. I feel like the soul enters your belly, and then next year, you have the Two of Water, which is the love partnership. I feel is when you do have the child, because the year after that, the Nine of Fire is like an energy block. So I feel like it's next year is when a baby is born, with these cards coming in here. So I love the the Mother Luna. It starts to the belly starts to get bigger. So I feel like it starts this year, but they come into the world next year. So that is what I feel with those cards coming in will happen, Namrata. So many blessings to you. And congratulations. All right. Just to make sure. Hey, Sudeshni, I am doing very well. Hopefully you are doing well as well. And there we go. So there's your question there. Let me just scroll up a little bit here. And you want to know, will love come in this year or next? Will it be with a past person? All right, let's take a look here. So will it be this year? Okay, this would be next year. And then will it be a person from the past? All right. So this year is the Six of Pentacles, and next year would be Nightmare. So this is like usually not a positive. I mean, every card is a positive card when you look at it, that it's happening for you. So I have to say that. But this year I have the Six of Pentacles, which is equal giving and receiving, whereas the nine is a hermit's journey. So next year was like this is a lone energy. So this would be this year energy. And is it someone from your past? No. No, because you have the Page of Fire, which is new passion. So it's not someone from your past, it's someone new that comes in here. So I feel it's this year, and it's someone new. And in the meantime, with that Page of Fire, it's really you stepping into your power. What are you focusing on with your energy? Focusing in on your self-love and who you are. When we focus on what we're missing, we invite more missingness in. If we start focusing on gratitude for what we do have in our life, what we want to draw in, focusing on the higher love, the joy, all of that, that brings things in faster for us. Whereas if we focus on what we have in our life we don't want, or what we fear, or what we're missing, that's lower vibrational energy. And it's more like an anchor that drags us slower instead. So that queen, excuse me, of fire coming in is for you to see what of your own self, what energy you can do while you're waiting, right? You can bring things in faster by what you're working on within you. So that's what they have for you, Sudeshni. So many blessings to you. All right, just to make sure here. All right, it looks like Sharma, you retracted your message. All right. Just going down the list here. And so Mei Ying, or Ravling. Hello, hello. Hopefully you are doing well. And I see you have a question here up next. And but Natisha Safarini got in before your question, so they will be first. You're very welcome, Sudeshni. All right, so Natisha, will T contact you soon to maybe reconcile? Or what do they think and feel about you? All right, let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know around T here? I don't see reconciliation here indicated right now. What feelings are going on right now? They have the Six of Cups. I feel like Six of Cups is nostalgia. It's looking back over past memories. And so I feel like they are reflecting on interactions they had. You know, water is cups, it's emotions. So looking back at emotional times they had, but the Justice card coming in here, let me see if I can get it to focus a little bit. It is all about the figuring things in their mind. You can see the scales here, which is they're trying to balance things out in their life. And they have the Ace of Swords, which is all about thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And they're reflecting on the past emotions, but they're also looking at what caused those, what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and their fears that they've had. They're doing a lot of mental reflection because they're looking at an emotion and then they're dissecting it. So I don't know if they are an air sign. It seems like I'm an air sign. What things we do, we like dissecting and getting into the nitty gritty and finding out the cause and you know. So I feel like they're more they are thinking, but they're thinking about emotions. So I don't feel like they're feeling emotions like oh, I want to get back together and stuff. They're more doing like dissecting a body. You know, they're finding out what was the reason why why this happened. They're like doing that type of stuff, not so much about reconciliation. It's about them right now in their life. They're focusing on, you know, all of that. So that's what's going on right now, Natisha, for them. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. I know, I know. And what you can do, I mean, you can be doing the same thing, right? While we're wondering if we'll reconcile or if we'll find love again, one of the biggest things we can do is look into our fears. What am I learning from that situation? What everyone's a mirror for one another. So when I think about the past, or I think about them, what fears, what emotions are popping up? That allows me to really understand them and release things that no longer serve me, to allow me to move forward, either back together with someone in a different way. Because if we did what we always did, we're going to get what we always got. You know, if we don't change and they don't change, we're just going to end up in the same spot again, just, you know, 6 months later. So there is this wonderful reflection time that you're invited to do as well. So that is what they have for you, Natisha. Many blessings to you. All right, Mei Ying, will All right. So will in song fall in love with Ravleen? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. You know, I feel here there's this journey that you're on here. I don't feel like there's a positive yes here because the seven of water is emotional confusion. So I feel like they are emotionally confused and they're really looking at the stability in the outside world. So I feel like right now they're not so much knowing what they want emotionally, like romantically. They're more focused, excuse me, on the outside world. The earth sign, the pentacles, is about outside world. Fours are about stability, and I feel like they're trying to find stability in their outside world financially, work wise, education, all that stuff in the outside world. But love, I feel like they are, um, it confuses them. And they're just like, I'm just going to put all those emotions in a box and I'm just going to seal that lid and put it over here for now. I'm going to focus all my energy on this stuff. So I feel like at this point that they're wanting you to be aware that they are in this outer search for stability and emotions. They're really not sure what they want right now. Um, so whenever they don't give us an outcome of the future, it means that right now it's important that you not know right now because the journey of finding out, the journey of waiting and being the unknown and not having the surety of that they're going to fall in love with you is for you to look into your self-love, for you to understand what your emotions are. What mirror are you seeing when you look at them? Because that emotional confusion can also be yours. And that Four of Pentacles is where are you trying to find your stability in your life? So, some good reflection for this time for you as well. So, that's what they have for you, May. All right. And LH, you are up next. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being a new subscriber. Definitely appreciate that. You want to know Chuck's current thoughts about you. All right, let's take a look here. And of course, when we're looking at other people's thoughts about us, one of the big things that Spirit likes to remind us occasionally is that what people see uh, or think or feel about us is because of what they feel and see and think about themselves. Because we're all a mirror, right? And so when a monkey looks in a mirror, they see a monkey. When a lion looks in the mirror, they see a lion. So what someone sees in us or thinks about us tells us a lot about what they think about themselves or what they see in themselves, right? So I like that. So what their current thoughts about you. Um, one that I feel like they see you as like a high priestess type of energy, which not as so much like um, that they think you're like a high priestess in an actual temple, but they see you as this really divine feminine energy. Really shows to them. They're recognizing that within you. They're recognizing that there's so much more to you than meets the eye. That you have this ability to deep dive into emotions, connect to the spirit world, really see the hidden and the unknown. So I kind of feel like you know things that you shouldn't know. You sense things, and when they're like, "How do you know? How do you do that? How do you know what someone is feeling? How do you do that?" So they see you and recognize that within you, which kind of scares them a little bit, right? Because um, if they can't pull anything by you because they know that, right? They know, like, I can try it, but they're going to know your intuition will bust them out. And I kind of feel like that's part of the thoughts is are like, I can't do anything past them. And this temptation card, which is the shadow, the devil card, Capricorn energy, this is, one way that they think about you. If you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, you're not afraid of doing work, right? You're not afraid of doing your shadow work. You're not afraid to do the hard stuff, do the work, face things, really dive into fears and difficulties. You're not afraid. You won't. I don't feel like you suppress and stuff things down, especially the combination of these two. I mean, you are a deep diver. Um, you just have such knowledge and ability to go into the hidden and everywhere that you're like, yeah, let's go, let's dive in here, let's look and see what fears there are, and let's work through them. Let's get to it. So they see you as someone strong and mysterious in a lot of ways here. That's unafraid. So um, yeah, I mean that's kind of the thoughts that they have for you right now, which almost feels um, like they're intimidated by you a bit. Not that you are intimidating. I always like to clarify that, because if I'm intimidated, that's me. That's my trouble with my lower self-esteem and my fears. You are strong. You are able, like unafraid, courageous. All the stuff they're seeing, and it makes them feel like I don't think I can keep up with that, and I'm a little scared. I'm intimidated, and I feel like that's what's coming through. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're not. I feel like you're confident and they're not as confident, and that's what um, scares them. Because they're like, I want that confidence, but I don't have it. And I feel like it's not that you're mean or you're rude, but you just don't let people walk all over you, or um, you call people on things just because you're like, why hide it? Why are you being this? Why are you putting a facade on? You just take their mask and take it off and go, okay, now let's talk. Mm, yeah. And that too, right? Yeah. Yeah, right. Like we were saying, that they can't get anything past you, right? The their fears make them try to make things appear differently because they fear about their own worth. So yeah, yeah. I would say, the sun does not dim its light because someone can't stand the heat. The sun shines without permission, and if someone can't stand the heat, they can get in the shade. And then I feel like that's what spirit is telling you. So I like it, LH. Don't dim your light for sure. I'm a Capricorn rising. I appreciate that type of energy. So yeah, exactly. Boom. All right. So that's what they have for you right now, LH. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome again. Absolutely. All right. So Sona, you are up. So okay, so do they love me not? Let's take a look here and see what they have here. I don't think they know. You have the five of water here, which the five of water represents, like, there's usually three cups that are spilt and then two cups, behind them. And the three cups tells me that they're kind of stuck in some old lower vibrational fear energy, some old pain, some old suffering, some old things that they had experienced. And so they're kind of like, you know, hesitant in allowing themselves to feel, because they're kind of stuck. Usually you'll see like the five of cups, someone standing looking down and kind of mourning over three cups and totally missing the two cups behind them. So I feel like they are a lot consumed around old pain, old emotions, kind of stuck a little bit. The seven of fire does represent that they see you as someone that up on a hill, but they feel like they're down here. So I feel like they're down, emotionally down, and also feeling down about their own selves, that they see you up here. And so they recognize you, they see you, but their emotions just are not being allowed to move right now. So uh, the exact feelings, I feel like they don't know because they're not focusing on new feelings. They're focusing on old feelings that they've had, which is blinding them, right? Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, I just feel they're kind of just, again, stuck in the past. They see you, there's emotions that are going on somewhere down in there, but it's like they're seeing is their old emotions that are going on. And so I feel like they just don't, they're not connecting with the emotions they have for you right now because they, again, focused on the past. So that's what they have for you, Sona. I know. All right, so let's take a look here. Very good. Thank you so much, my Yang, for answering. Can so you. You're very welcome, LH. All right, so Kanso. And actually, we made it to the bottom. Can you believe it? On a Saturday morning. So, what's coming into your love life? Let's take a look here and see what we have going on here. You are very welcome. So, what does Spirit want you to know? What's coming into your love life? Okay, they do want that one and that one. Okay, so 2 and 2. Let's see what we have here. Well, right now you're kind of in a a holding pattern. You're being invited to do some inner work here. With the Hermit card, this is the inner journey, your higher self, your spirit drawing you deeper inward so that you can reflect on some things that will allow a new flow to come into your life regarding love. The Four of Earth here, this is kind of what you're learning as you're going behind this, into hermit mode, making sure you're spending time with yourself and doing this reflection with being guided, of course, by your higher self and spirit through it. The Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles, teaches us that when we look for stability in the outside world, we feel unstable because the things of the outside world are unstable. Relationships, situations, and things are the three areas that we're taught to define our stability by. Relationships, people change, people pass away, people walk away. So relationships are unstable when we're defining ourselves by them. Also, situations like jobs and education and social status, whatever kind of situational things we can get into, they never stay the same, right? Constantly changing. And then things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, they blow up, they burn down, they're stolen, they deteriorate. So all of that is unstable too. Eventually, as we're reflecting on life, which, we keep on the loop until we take a step back into like this hermit mode, and we journal, we reflect on life, we get out into nature, we do things to get away from the chaos in our regular cycles. And then we go, oh, I see that. All this stuff is unstable. And we eventually turn inward and upward, which the hermit is turning inward and upward. And we discover what we've been really looking for all along is the eternal, unconditional love of the spirit realm. And of course, that's very stable and solid, right? We define ourselves by that love. Eternal means it never changes, it never ends. Unconditional love, no condition we can ever lose it. So that becomes the foundation of our being. We feel very stable, and then the outside world changes. We look at love, we look at relationships differently, situations and things differently, because they're not falling short, because we're not defining ourselves by them. We find our worth in here, and then everything else is above and beyond extra. And so love flows and it changes, and that's what they're looking at here. Because you also have, you know, here, yeah, Ken, so I'm totally talking about you. You're my last one, so rewind. You can rewind and watch it here, because you're having this come in again with the calling here. This is the Judgment card, is a lot like the Hermit card in that it's your higher self calling you into a more to a relationship, to interact with your higher self in the spirit realm right now. And so you've got two cards inviting you into this inner journey, one being around what we just talked about with the Four of Pentacles. And then you also have the Eight of Air, which is what you're working on while you're doing this inner journey. The Eight of Air is the Eight of Swords. It's your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And you're realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs, your fears of losing conditional love, what of your own thoughts have been blinding you, binding you, and making you feel trapped, not allowing you to find the love that you've been looking for. And so you are turning inward on this journey to find these things, which is what is blocking you from finding relationship and love that work, that last, that bring you happiness and joy instead of disappointment. So I like that for you, because when we do what we've always done, we always get what we always got. And so if we expect to keep doing the same thing and get a different result, that's what was it, Freud? One of those, big mind people. That's what they define insanity as, right? When we think, if I keep doing something the same way, I'm going to get a different result. It's like, no, it's time for this going inward and reflecting, transforming your worth, transforming your thoughts and beliefs around love, who you're supposed to be and should be and need to be, and who they are supposed to be and should be and need to be, what a relationship is supposed to be. There's this transformation that's happening through this for you. So that is what they have for you, Ken. So you, and I know you can. So I like that for you. I know it's probably not what we were looking for, but Spirit will always bring us what we need in this moment that's for our highest experience. And so it feels like love is on pause while you change this love vibration from the lower vibrational, it's has a lot of fear in it, to a higher vibrational love that is more connected to the higher realms, which will draw something completely different into your life. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings. And let me just bring this up here real quick. Let me see if I can see it down here. There it is. Yeah, it still applies to you. So you might just rewind it and look at it with an open mind, because it does have this change of your relationship. It's going to change it completely. A different way of looking at it, for sure. All right. And then just want to let everyone know here too, I do have a, oops, why isn't it going here? A weekly drawing for giveaways. And let me just change this here so it'll be, it's too many characters. Let me just shrink some stuff here to make it fit here. And but I am celebrating reaching 1,500 YouTube subscribers. So I'm giving away a 1-hour personal recorded reading the next 3 Mondays, and then also combined 15-minute personal recorded readings, 5 each of the Mondays. And so as soon as I can get this in here. All right, let me just do this here. There we go. So that will fit. Here's the link for those giveaways. So if you're interested in getting into the drawing, be sure to check that out. So I like that. And again, thank you guys so much for all of the thumbs up that you've given the video. It does help spread the Zen love. And so thank you so much for doing that and being part of the love tsunami. I don't have any other questions, so we're going to go ahead and close out this session. I will be back this evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also tomorrow, 11 a.m. in the morning and 7 p.m. tomorrow evening as well. So please know, as you guys are going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. Till I see you guys again, have a great day, a great night, wherever you're at in the world. And we'll see you soon. Until then, much love, and you guys take care.